What's good, y'all? It's your boy Pimpin' the Beast. Welcome to ETB Hoops. Today we're going to be doing my first concept video since my last 3 offseason updates. This isn't going to be DeMarcus Cousins. This isn't going to be Delonte West. It's not going to be any of those, but it's actually going to be the top 5 biggest shoe deal annual earnings for athletes. Forbes released this list. It's about 14 different athletes. I was kind of confused at first. I thought it was the actual gross earnings from each shoe that a player has, but it's actually not. This is the actual deal that the companies or the bigger brands have given these 14 players and how much money they're making off of that deal. It has nothing to do with how many players are wearing the Kyries or Kobe's and whatnot, but it's actually the deal that these players have with their companies. And I'm going to be going from 14 to 1. I'm going to talk about each one just a little bit, give my opinion on it. I know if you watch Sports Nation made a video. I mean, they talked on this for a little bit. They were kind of surprised with how spread out the list was and the amount of money that certain players are making. There's certain players on this list that aren't even in the league, but let's go ahead and get straight into it. Number 14, we have Klay Thompson's making about $9 million from his deal with Peak. I know I first heard about Peak through 2K. I didn't really know what shoes Klay Thompson was wearing. Looked them up. I know Darrell Wright was with Peak. I know Tony Parker was with Peak. I know a lot of players on that older Warriors team with Monte Ellis and Darrell Wright. I know a lot of them were wearing Peak shoes, and I just want to know what they were. Yeah, Klay Thompson is probably the best player that wears Peak shoes right now. Number 13, we have Damian Lillard, about $10 million with Adidas. I haven't really kept up with Damian Lillard's shoes since back in the early days, but he's making about $10 million with Adidas. Giannis Antetokounmpo just came out with his shoe. Is at number 12 with Nike. I saw his Peach Jam or his Nike camp shoes. They look really nice. I watched the story on Nike and how they went ahead and collaborated and made it his shoes just the way that he wanted to, something to represent him, his country, and his family. That was pretty unique, and he's at number 12. Number 11, Derrick Rose. $11 million with Adidas. Derrick Rose still going strong. He has tons of shoes. I know, yeah, Derrick Rose's shoes date back to when I was in middle school. People were wearing Derrick Rose's shoes, and still today, people are still buying Derrick Rose's shoes. Kyrie Irving, $11 million, Nike. This is actually one I was really interested in. Kyrie Irving, you see, it seems like every kid is wearing Kyrie Irving shoes. In my opinion, he has the nicest shoes out. In my opinion, he has the coolest colorways. I know what y'all just saw with the SpongeBob collab. Those look that's just really unique. It's different. I really like his shoes and his colorways. He's at $11 million with Nike. Russell Westbrook, $12 million with Jordan. Don't really see a lot of people rocking Russell Westbrooks. I think the most popular ones were the either those zipper ones that came out back when I was early in high school, about 2013, 2014, I think. And then the ones that came out, I think they were the 32s. The ones that actually look pretty nice. They look like Jordan Futures, but basketball shoes, and then they have the Jumpman logo on it. Those probably the nicest Russell Westbrook shoes I've seen. But he's $12 million with Jordan Brand. Dwayne Wade, player that switched over from Jordan Brand to Lightning years back. He's $12 million with Lightning. His shoes actually don't look too bad. I saw a recent pair. I like the Miami Vice colorway that he had on his, and he's in at number 8. Number 7 is Zion Williamson. This is insane. A player that was just drafted, hasn't even played a game yet. He's $13 million with Jordan Brand. It's a pretty large deal. Jordan Brand is putting a lot of money behind him. For a young player, there's going to be a lot of hype behind him. Hopefully he can live up to that and live up to that huge shoe deal that he just received. Number 6, James Harden, $14 million with Adidas. Probably the most popular Adidas player. Is the highest Adidas player on this list, but he's at $14 million. Only $1 million above Zion Williamson, which is insane. But I mean, he's former MVP, runner-up MVP. A lot of people feel like he was cheated this year, and he's at $14 million. And at number 6. Number 5, now we have our top 5. We're at Kobe Bryant, $16 million with Nike. I thought he'd be a lot higher. Players are consistently buying Kobe Bryant shoes. Younger players are buying Kobe Bryant shoes. He's second in my list in favorite basketball shoes. I like his colorways. I like his models. Just a very unique shoe, nice shoe. Players admit that this is their favorite ball shoe. You know, a lot of players go back to the old Kobe 7s or buying the old Kobe 6s and hooping in those and saying, yeah, these are my favorite all-time shoes. They love the colorways as well. But Kobe Bryant at number 5, $16 million for Nike. Number 4, Stephen Curry, $20 million for Under Armour. By far, just took the brand by storm. Players are now comfortable wearing Under Armour shoes in basketball. It's predominantly a football shoe, in my opinion. But Stephen Curry has Under Armour, has his Under Armour camp, so that's about $20 million for Stephen Curry. Number 3, Kevin Durant, $26 million with Nike. Kevin Durant has tons of shoes. Definitely has, I like his older models more than his newer models, but kids are wearing Kevin Durant's as well. Some of the models I feel like are made for forward type players. Not a lot of them are made for guards, but guards still wear his shoes. And Kevin Durant number 3. Now this is a little surprising right here. We have LeBron James at number 2, only $32 million from Nike. I thought he had that $1 billion deal, but I guess this is, if you break it up, it'll be $32 million each year, and he's only $6 million ahead of Kevin Durant. You know, someone who's has a lineage of shoes. He's in every sneaker collector's closet. Old vintage LeBron James shoes, same vintage St. Mary model shoes. Was offered a deal in high school, and it's insane that he's only $6 million ahead of Kevin Durant and only $12 million ahead of Kobe Bryant. But LeBron James in number 2 for Nike, and then number 1, not surprising, got Michael Jordan at number 1, $130 million. That's just absurd. Just the differential between Michael Jordan and LeBron James. But Michael Jordan number 1, of course, Jordan brand, $130 million, and those are the top 14 biggest shoe deal annual earnings for athletes. All basketball players, just make an insane amount of money with their basketball shoes. When it comes to athletic shoes, basketball players reign supreme. You know, I don't really hear much about tennis players, people going after getting tennis player shoes, football cleats that are named after signature players, things like that. But basketball players, again, you know, just taking the cake. That's gonna be it for this video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell for post notifications. Make sure you're sharing this video as well. And peace. I'm gonna see y'all in the next one.